guys, Patriot back with you again tonight. Been a little while since I did a hiking video. It's not that I haven't been doing it, it's just been so wickedly hot around here, especially end of July and through August, that I get the footage back and I'm so busy just being out there doing what I need to do to actually accomplish the hike and pay attention to my hydration and my body temperature and everything, that I typically don't get very good videos. I come back with a bunch of junk footage, or at least I think so. But anyhow, did a late afternoon hike here. The worst of it's over now by a long ways, and just wanted to show you what I was wearing tonight, and that is the 511, my new 511 boots. So guys, this is quite a departure for me, because I've been a Danner boot user for maybe about 20 years now, and I've always stuck with Danner. I've been real faithful to the brand, and I've been happy with that boot. I wore out my last set of Danners, my light hiking boots, and I didn't really find any good place to get a deal on them or to get a discounted price. Available to me is a discounted price on 511 gear, including these boots. So I thought that I'd go ahead and give it a try, and after 2 months I must say that I'm pretty impressed with this boot. It's not a real heavy boot. I would consider it a light hiker or a daily wear boot where you need a little bit more protection. You know, if you come out here hiking in tennis shoes, you can do it, but I just think it's kind of silly to be in this kind of terrain, this desert environment, with a sandal or a tennis shoe or anything that a needle is going to go right through the mesh on. So it's always why I have always worn a lightweight hiking boot out here, and I would say that these qualify. Now, the biggest departure on these from anything I've ever worn is the zippers. It's got a piece of Velcro here and a zip on. I don't have to unlace the boot in order to take my foot out. So it's an easy in-out deal. That has been real handy to me since I wear boots on a daily basis. And when I'm out here hiking, I found that it gives me another added benefit, and I'll show you that right now. I can take my sock off, let my foot dry out a little bit. Obviously, I would let that thing dry real good before I put a dry sock on. Put a nice dry sock on, back into the boot, and I've got dry feet again, or relatively dry. Obviously there's a little bit of moisture in the boot, but on a hike like this, I'll come out, and socks are very lightweight and compact. I'll take a couple pairs of socks with me and exchange those as my foot gets wet. So it's real nice to get up from your lunch or your snack or whatever, put on a nice dry sock, and continue moving. Now, I'll tell you straight up that I was a little bit hesitant about these boots. The price made it worth my while, but I was always a little bit skeptical of the zipper design, and whether I could tear this apart on rough terrain, or after a number of years I would just be out walking and it would fail on me. Well, I did a little bit of searching and on the internet on zipper type boots, and evidently it's pretty rare that these actually fail, especially a zipper like this, of this quality. I suppose it could still happen, and if it did, I could mend that enough so that I could get back. I carry a needle and thread with me. I could sew this back together if I had to. So it wouldn't be game over if I was out in the middle of nowhere and that thing failed on me. dove season right now, which is some of the shotgun that you've been hearing. This guy out here is about 400 to 500 yards away, and he's moving north. So he's kind of slowly coming in on my position here, so I'll be backing out of here pretty soon, just to be respectful and not cause the guy any trouble. All these shots are going up high. Unlike quail, if it was quail season, I would give the guy even more room, because you're shooting lower. You're typically shooting lower than you are at dove. There's a lot of dove in the flight path, just constantly going over. One other thing that I wanted to show you that I actually took along just for this. This is the 511 Insole that it came with, and it's just a real low density foam with a little rubber pad or a little rubber piece here and here. No joke, I wore these things out in about 3 weeks of wearing them. It just completely destroyed them. I'm not sure why 511 decided to go with such a light, cheesy insole like this, but no, it is what it is. Fortunately, we have options. I went ahead and got one of these Dr. Scholl's gelling insoles, and they just provide a lot more dense material, and it's actually a different material. Instead of closed cell foam, it's more of a, well, just like the name implies, a gel material. I've got a much stronger support here in the instep, and I've again got, this is kind of a closed cell micro foam right here, and then up here I've got the gel again. So I've got this rather thick gel, maybe almost a 1/4 inch, under the heel and under the ball of my foot. These really made the boot nice. All you have to do, you buy these from the store full size, and then you trim the front to your size. I just took a pair of scissors and went around the front here. A large portion of the day, of my work day, on my feet, and I'm often wearing these boots now, and going with that Dr. Scholl's insert, it really helped. Sometimes I would go home with a little bit of tingling on my feet if I worked in an especially long day, or maybe I worked all day and then went hiking. But it's that standing still on your feet that gets to you, and these seem to help quite a bit. Anyhow, I'm impressed with the boot. It's been great so far. It's holding up very well. I've been hiking out in the desert about once a week now for 2 months. I've got a good 8 or 10 desert hikes on these, and they've been great. So if you're looking for a lightweight hiking boot, I say that the 511 is probably a good choice. Got dove coming right in on me. Boom!